There's nothing wrong with checking your local Rite Aid stores papers for coupons. I don't know about you guys, but I love me a good L'Oreal, what is it? Hair color. Hi guys, Asia here. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello. If you are returning, hi, thanks for coming back. I wanted to show you guys this shirt that Black Radiance sent over. It says, "My shade is everything, Black Radiance." Thank you so much. Like, it is absolutely beautiful. And with this shirt, they sent over a number of other items. One of which is this super cute Black Beauty Matters. What's this called? This is not all bags like this are Ipsy bags.
They look like it.
Ipsy did not coin that. I know they made it like really popular, but those are not Ipsy bags. Pouch thing. Look at how cute it is. And the shirt is very comfy. I really like it. I love my shade is everything. Your shade is everything. And along with what they sent over with this and the Ipsy pouch, they also sent over their extended shade range that is found in drugstores. You know what? Let's just hop right in. Let's just open it up and see. Do you guys mind that back like that? I mean, I'm gonna zoom it in when I actually put my makeup on, and it's only gonna take me like 10 minutes to put my makeup on, but do you mind seeing all that? Like, I don't know. Wait a minute, hold on. Is that my shade? Hold on. We're gonna go just swatch another color just to see. I'm gonna put one more. The tops are really funny. Like, I feel like when I take the top off of a Black Radiance foundation, I never know how to put it back on. This color right here is Cinnamon. And Cinnamon looks to be like my shade. This color right here is Cappuccino. And I'm gonna grab one more. Let's try, they have a color called Brownie. So we're gonna pick that up. Try out Brownie. Here is what the applicator looks like. I really don't think that this is the applicator that you're supposed to use this to put this on your face. This is something where like you can pour it out onto your hand and then put that onto your skin, and I kind of like that a lot better than, I'm gonna put this on my nose. Ooh, okay. I'm at a mix between, I think I'm gonna mix Cinnamon and Brownie together, because I think together that's gonna make, Cinnamon looks a bit more like it has red undertones in it to me, and I am more of a golden red undertone, and so that's why I'm kind of stuck between Cinnamon and Brownie. Brownie looks like it's more golden undertone, and I think mixing the two together is going to give me like the perfect shade. So let's put this on and test out this foundation for the day. I do not have on any primer, so I'm gonna prime my lids first. My lids, I'm gonna prime my whole face. What am I talking about? Okay, so let me take this off. I'm gonna take Brownie and I'm gonna take Cinnamon, and I'm going to, yeah, just mix it. I'm gonna put the two together on my hand, and then I'm gonna apply that with first a brush to my face. Actually, I'm gonna apply it with a brush on one side just to see how it lays down with the brush, and then I'm gonna apply it to the other side with a blender just to see the application of it. And yeah, so let's do that. Okay, quick story time while I do this with you guys, and I'm just pouring it on my hands right now. I'm gonna tell you guys about the time that I found out that I had a sister that I knew nothing about. Okay, what I like about this is it's not just spilling straight out. Like, I'm really, okay, it's not, I really like that, because then it's, I can't like over pour, you know what I mean? I've had my dad on my channel before. You guys all know that he was in the hospital a little while ago, and it was when he was in the hospital that I found out that I had a sister that I knew nothing about. We were in the hospital, and my dad was pretty much, you know, we didn't know if he was gonna make it. He had been in the hospital for 2 weeks, and doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong. I won't tell his personal medical like business. That's his business to tell if he wants people to know that. He doesn't have a channel. He's not really on line or anything like that, so I don't think that that's something he would want to tell, so I'm going to respect his privacy in that area, but I can talk about things that affect me. Yeah, okay, so I have it on my hand, and I'm just going to mix the two on one side of my face with my damp, super damp blender. So yeah, my dad was in the hospital. We didn't know if he was going to make it. Then they told us that he had to have surgery. We scheduled him for surgery. By now, everybody knows that my dad has cancer. We found out once he got out of the surgery, the doctors called me in and sat me down and said, you know, your dad has cancer. My dad was still out of it. When he woke up and found out he had cancer, it's, I think for any normal person, it would be a life-changing thing. I'll get into that maybe in a future video. But yeah, so far this, I like how it applies. It really like stamped into my skin. It feels very lightweight. So my dad finds out that he has cancer, and we're trying to deal with it. And then I get a message one day. Now, I hadn't left my dad's side. Like, I think maybe I left his side once or twice. Like, I would leave the hospital, go spend time with Jonathan, go back to the hospital. I spent all my time at the hospital. One day I was at the hospital. We were getting ready to go to sleep, and I get a message on Facebook from a girl who I don't know. I've never met her before. And she says, "Hi, I'm your sister." And I was like, what? What happened was, you know, she found out that dad was in the hospital, and she wanted to find out what was going on with him. And she was really sweet. She was really kind. You know, I'm a pretty straightforward person. I don't like beat around the bush or anything like that. And so when she messaged me, I'm just going to layer this on some more. I really feel like cinnamon is too something and brownie is too something. Like, but mixed together, they make a good shade. So I'm just adding a second layer of this. I actually feel like this is, it doesn't say the coverage on the bottle, but I feel like it's a medium coverage foundation, and it feels pretty good on my skin so far. I don't have anything negative to say about it. It's blending into my skin really nicely, and I'm pulling it into my neck. I like to use brushes to distribute the product. I don't like to use them to actually like apply foundation. I like to use it to just move it around and then go in with the blender and like pounce it onto my skin to really make sure that it's gotten in there, and it looks pretty good so far. I like my makeup to look like my skin. Yeah, I get this message from, you know, we're gonna call her my sister because that's who she is. And I'm like, you know, at the time I've been dealing with my dad's health issues and all these other things, and I get this message from this person that I've never met before, and I'm like, who is this person? Now my dad is laying on the bed, you know, just got out of surgery, doesn't really know what's going on, very heavily sedated. It's not like I can ask him, hey dad, who is this person that has just messaged me saying that they are your daughter? Is it R? Who is this person? Hold on. Who is this person messaging me saying that they are, that they is your daughter? So they are your daughter, but R is plural, right? R is, they is plural, so R would fit with they. It sounds weird because I'm talking about, anyways.
That's how you understood what he said, though.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna speed up my eyebrows because you guys have seen me do it in a number of different videos, so I'm just gonna do it really fast. I'm doing my eyebrows. Look, it's my eyebrows. Now I am done. So I'm going to clean up my brows and apply concealer to my eyelids before I put on my eyeshadow. I'm going to use two different concealers in order to do that. Of course, I'm using it from Makeup Revolution. I really like how they dry down, and I like how they work. Yeah, I got this message, and it's not like I could ask my dad, you know, what's going on, because he was literally just, you know, like coming out of surgery. And so, you know, of course I'm in shock because I'm like, what? like I don't just take things, I try not to take things, let me say I don't. I try not to take things, you know, as they come to me. I really try to, and I wasn't always like this. I used to be a very reactive person, and I'm not so much anymore. I try try to think about things before they happen. But you know, of course, what did I just do to that tail right there? It don't look bad, but it don't look good. This was a situation where it was like, okay, this was not the best time to introduce yourself to me. She explained herself really well. It just was a really bad time. It was bad timing. Like, it was bad timing for us to meet. And because I had never heard of her, I'm like, I have a sister. Who are you? I don't know who you are. And so I sent her a message like, I don't know who you are. Like, it's probably the best thing is probably for you to just stay in contact with my dad right now, because I don't know who you are. You know, I was not happy. I don't want to believe what this random person is saying to me, even though what she's saying is making sense. I was really in shock. It's like one of those things where I'm trying to figure out what to say and how to say it, because, you know, you don't... Am I the only person that has a complicated, like, family? Like, I cannot be. Like, it's very complicated. Sometimes I feel really bad for my husband, because I'm like, you married into this. I'm so sorry. I decided to ask my mom what's going on, you know, because my dad's like knocked out. Like, he can't answer me. And, you know, I figure, you know, my mom and my dad have been together, been dealing with each other since my mom was 14 years old. And so I figured, if anything, my mom would know what was going on. I think that they divorced when I was in the 9th grade, like legally divorced when I was in the 9th grade. But you know, when you have kids, you're never really apart. You're always still dealing with each other. So I knew my mom would know what was going on. So I asked her. I felt bad asking her about it. And I knew that it was true, because my mom, when I asked her, she went, I asked her through text, and then she immediately called me. I knew, because like, why would she would just text and say, no, that's not right? But she didn't. She called me. It was the first time in all of my life where I heard my mom sound hurt. She like breathed really heavily. She just, and then it was one of the saddest moments to hear my mom talk about what her and my dad went through. Like, we don't know, like, as kids, what our parents have gone through, the stuff that they've dealt with together. I'm gonna give the Morphe 35V another chance. If you don't already know this, I put up a video where I talked about my real feelings about the Morphe 35V. I was very, very enthusiastic about my feelings in that video. I'm gonna link it up here for you guys, or it's gonna be up one of there for you guys to watch. If you want to go watch that, watch that. If you want to watch it first and come back, I don't know which one you should do, but I am going to give the 35V another chance, because I only used a few colors the first time, and I was, yeah. As I heard my mom talk about some of the things that she went through with my dad, I felt really bad for her. My mom has always gotten the worst, like, things were harder for her, because my mom was always the one that was put together, and she was the responsible one, and she took care of everything, and she was the disciplinarian, and she was the one that told us, you know, no, or, you know, we got whoopings from my mom, and, you know, my mom was hard on us. But, you know, as I got older, I understand why she was, but when I was younger, I did not. Yeah, there's a lot there. I got really angry with my dad. Now imagine this, he's sitting there in the bed. I have taken care of him for like 4 years now, and now I find out my dad was not the person that I thought he was, and that he really hurt my mom. Yeah, I was very angry, if I'm being honest. I was very angry with him, and it's a weird place to be in, especially when the person that you're taking care of, you're sitting in the hospital with them, they just came out of surgery, and now all of a sudden you're like, you have all of these, like, there's so much you want to say, but you can't, because they just came out of surgery. Like, what do I do with all of this information that I just heard? And now I have an older sister, by the way. Now, this is the thing about it. My sister, the one that I grew up with, Jolly, she is 2 years older than me. This sister is 1 year. This other sister is 1 year older than me. So it was Jolly, the sister I grew up with, and my dad and my mom were together. So there's Jolly, this other sister, and then me. So you put together what happened. I was hurting for my mom, upset with my dad, and when he woke up, I was trying not to say anything. I didn't want to bring it up while he had just gotten out of surgery. But something happened when he woke up. He said something to me like nasty. Well, my dad has had his issues. We have, as a family, have tried to help him, and he woke up. Sometimes people that are struggling with certain things take their frustrations out on the people that's closest to them, and it's very hard for us to deal with. So when he woke up from the surgery, I think he said something to me that was real nasty, and rather than getting into it with him, I told him that I knew about the sister and that I needed to leave. And I got up and I left the hospital. I couldn't deal with him, you know, because all of my life I felt like I had been lied to. And now I'm trying to process the fact that, like, imagine what it does to two people. Like, this girl lives, you know, she lives somewhere else, and we've never known each other. She never got a chance to grow up with us. She doesn't know the sister that I grew up with. It's not fair. And, you know, and I was angry and I was mad, and I was like, you know, how could you do this to all of us? Like, how could you do this to my mom? How could you? And he was still lying about it. Like, that's how I felt. Like, when I would ask him, he would still lie about it, even when he came out of the hospital. And I was just like, bruh, like, I was just like, I can't. Like, I can't with the falsehoods. Like, I'm not a child. Just tell me the truth. Tell me what happened. Like, tell me what's going on. And I felt like I couldn't really talk to the sister. And I say sister like that because I still didn't know her. So a while went by before I actually really stopped to talk to her. I felt like I didn't know her, and I needed to figure out from my parents what was going on. So I spoke to my sister, Jolly, and I told her what was happening, and she couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it either. I was just kind of like, I don't know how to feel. I don't know what's going on. So I left. I talked to my mom. She told me what was going on. And, you know, I'm really good at, you know, saying, okay, well, this is my mom's side. Let me wait to hear my dad's side. Then let me talk to her again and figure out, you know, there are 3 sides to every story. This story had, like, I don't know how many sides. Like, it was crazy. And for me, like, trying to figure out, okay, like, I really felt like I was only getting the truth from my mom. And that was hard because, well, my mom and the sister. And that was hard because it was like, you know, why wasn't my dad just being straight up with me? I'm a grown woman. Like, I can deal with it. Like, I can handle it. That black is so super uber pigmented. It's crazy. I was only getting the truth from certain people. It was really frustrating. I was trying to put the timeline together. I never, honestly, like, if I'm being 100, y'all, like, I never in my life thought that stuff like this could ever happen to me. Like, I honestly believe that my dad hoped that this would go down with him to his grave. Like, and the thing that really upset me was my dad had been in contact with the sister all of my life and never told me about her. And that's the thing that frustrated me the most about all of this, was that he could have told us about each other. Well, she knew about me, and I don't blame her for that. I don't blame my parents. Like, my mom knew about her, but doesn't, like, know her. Like, that's not her, you know. It's not my mom's child. But my dad never you know, he kept on this relationship with her, kept in touch with her, never told me or my brother, like I have a brother, never told us about this sister that we had. And it was very, I don't even know. I don't even, like, even just thinking about it, I'm just kind of like, I'm still like, I don't even know how I feel really about everything that went on. Like, my dad is the type of person where he doesn't like to talk about stuff. Like, if it's like real, he won't, like, he shuts down. It's very hard to get what really happened out of him. He's very prideful and he gets angry and sometimes he gets very mean. So I don't think that I'll ever really get the truth about it out of him. But I eventually ended up messaging the sister, talking to her, you know, just kind of trying to, you know, it's hard. Like, you're trying to figure out, you know, what happened and why, and why didn't either of my parents tell me, like, you know, like, and trying not to react negatively. But there's so many emotions that go on when you find out that there's a child out there, a sibling that you never knew about, that your parent, this color is so pretty. I really hate how much kick up there is in the pan. Anyway, so now we kind of keep in touch, but it's not like, it's weird. And the thing about it is, like, this is my dad's fault. We had an opportunity when we were younger to know each other, to grow up together. We weren't given that opportunity, and it isn't fair to us. You know, I don't know if this has happened to anybody else. Like, it seems like something that would happen on a TV show. Like, literally, that's what I felt like as it was happening. You know, now it's weird for the both of us. You know, we're grown, we have kids, we've never really known each other our whole lives. You know, and just think of like what life must have been like for her. She's an only child, has been an only child her whole entire life, and now it's like, okay, well, her life could have been very different. Like, I can't imagine my life without my brother and my sister. Even though for some time we were separated, I still knew I had family. And this is a girl that, because of my dad and because of the choice of her mom as well, and them not letting us know, we never got to know each other. And that's sad. Like, that's not, I don't think that that's fair. You know, the ones that suffer are us. Like, what's that saying? The kids pay for the sins of the father. Like, that's essentially what's happening. Like, she has had to grow up her entire life without family.
Without this side of the family.
Yeah, she's had to grow up without this side of the family. I had to grow up without ever knowing her. Who knows what a benefit she would have been to my life had I known who she was. You know what I mean? We keep in touch with each other, or we try to every now and again. It's hard for me because of all of the things that I've been through in my life. I'm not a very, like, open person. And it's weird to say that because it's like, oh, well, you're on YouTube, so obviously you're an open person. I'm not. And I think doing videos is easy for people who feel like outsiders. Like, it's weird. I'm gonna go in and set my face really quickly. Yeah, that's what happened to me. That's my story about how I found out I have another sister. Parents, man, you know, it's a weird thing because I can't really, like, be mad at my parents, because there are some decisions I made as a parent that my kids are probably like, what the heck, you know. I'm not hiding any extra kids anywhere, but, you know, I kind of get like I it's a weird thing. Like, I get it because I'm a parent, and sometimes you make stupid decisions and you don't know how to deal with them or how to fix them or this or that, and that I get. But this was just, do better. Like, your kids will understand. Like, they will understand. Don't make it harder for us. That's what, I guess that's the point of my story. Am I supposed to have a point to this story?
No.
No?
Yes, but you don't, so.
Yeah, I did. I guess I just wanted to talk. Like, it was on my brain about, you know, this and what was going on, because things are happening, like, with my dad and right now. And so I kind of just wanted to talk about it. I guess. And I guess that's why I just decided to do story time. Just a bit of a highlight. Okay, if you made it to this point of the video, then like leave me, what can you leave me below? I was gonna say, well, leave me a heart. I don't know what else to say for this one. Yeah, I'm gonna say a heart because my heart was broken. No, just leave me a little heart just so I know that you got all the way to the end. Well, it's not the end yet, so don't like click off or anything like that because I'm still finishing up my face, but just so I know that you made it to this point. And yeah, in the comments, I would really like to know if you have experienced anything. I mean, if you feel comfortable enough to share, but like, am I the only person? I can't be the only person in the world that goes through stuff with their families. Like, it can't just be me. Okay, guys, so Alright guys, this is the end look. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys enjoyed the Black Radiance. These two colors, they look decent for now. We'll see how they look as I wear it throughout the day because I don't have like a really long day today, but I'm going to be out and about. So I'll let you guys know if I need to touch it up or need to do anything to it. If you guys like this video, make sure you click the like button. If you did not like this video, and you click the thumbs down, it's okay because the thumbs down is just a thumbs up upside down.
That wasn't even a wink.
It was kind of a wink.
That was a blink.
Look, okay, you know what, ma'am? If you really like this video, make sure you guys subscribe, y'all. It's the right thing to do. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Coming out on her. I gotta say, like, these colors of the Morphe palette did well. So, like, you know, I don't know. It's a toss-up. Like, Morphe is so dang controversial. Like, I really feel like it's a toss-up on whether or not you're going to get the palette. Like, if you... I don't know. The blue and the purple just really did not work for me. So, I can't, like, if you're getting it for those particular colors, they're... I don't know. Maybe we'll try the blue and the purple again at a different time. I'm going to go taste some peaches and get out of here. Bye, guys.